this video, I'm going to demonstrate how to mix music with audio narration that I previously recorded. So I've imported a WAV file, and if we click listen, we'll just get a quick review of what I narrated earlier. What is at the center of the earth? Why is seawater salty? Okay, so there's an audio recording, a WAV file that I imported. I clicked on File, Import, and brought audio into Audacity. And now I'm going to bring in a piece of music that I downloaded from the copyright-free website Jamendo. And so I'm just going to click on the file that's on my computer and drop it into the Audacity interface. And you'll see that the music is much longer than the audio narration. My narration only lasts for 15 seconds, and this piece of music lasts for almost 5 minutes. So it's really much longer than I need. So I'm going to just use the selection tool to come down here and click on everything to the right and hit the delete key. So I selected all of the music that I didn't need, and I'm going to go back to my magnifying glass and click on this to get a larger view of what I'm working with. So here's my narration and here's the music. And I really have more music than I need still, so I'm going to go back to the selection tool and come over maybe about from 15, maybe about an extra 3 seconds to about there, and make sure I'm on the music file, and I'm going to select that part and delete that. And then what I'm going to do is try to see how this sounds by clicking play. I'm going to click on my skip back to the start button to get to the beginning, and let's have a listen. What is at the center of the earth? Why is seawater salty? Well, that's pretty good, except that the one basic problem is that the music is too loud. It kind of interferes with my narration. So what I want to do is bring down the volume on the music. Now you'll notice that in this particular file, my audio recording is single track, monaural, and the music is double track or dual track stereo. But that doesn't really make any difference for our digital story, because we're going to convert this all down to one single file with both the narration and the music in it. So what I need to do is I need to bring down the volume of the music. And to do that, I'm going to click and select all of the music. And then I'm going to go up to the Effect menu, and I'm going to click on Amplify. And Amplify may seem a little unintuitive to you, because normally most people think of amplify as increasing the sound, but you'll notice there's a slider bar here that goes to the right side where you can increase the volume, but when you get back to 0 and go to the left of 0, that goes negative numbers, and that's decreasing the volume. And just from my own experience, I know that about minus 10 dB would be about the right amount. You might need to practice on your piece of music and pick some different settings and listen to them and see how they sound before you pick the final perfect number for yours. But let's click OK. And you right away see that the waveform is completely compressed and much smaller than it was earlier. And if we click back to the start and listen to this by clicking on the play button. What is at the center of the earth? Why is seawater salty? How? That's much better, and you can see there's a good sound to my narration and a nice background piece of music that doesn't interfere with anything that I'm saying. The only thing left to do is I want the music, which I've let go a little bit longer than my narration, I want it to fade out after I stop talking. So if I again make sure that I have the selection tool enabled, and I come down to the music and click and drag, then I can again go up to the effect menu and look for fade out, and that will then fade out that piece of music. And if I click back here to listen to what this sounds like, let's listen by clicking on the play button. Fascinating look at our planet, the Earth. And that was a nice fade out. It went about 3 or 4 seconds longer than my narration did, and I might have like a credit slide or a black slide at the end as the music nicely fades out. So that's an easy way to mix music with audio narration. Of course, if I wanted to save this, I would save both the project file and then export the final audio as a WAV file, but I would be sure to save the project in case I wanted to work on it some more at a later time.